Step-by-step overview of Coping Power Manual. Session 1, Group Structure and Goals. Here's the outline for Session 1, Group Structure and Goals. You'll begin by introducing the program and group. The group leader will talk about the purpose of the group. You'll work with group members to create group rules. Then there will be a summary of the session. Challenge tasks, which you will see come up throughout these sessions, are tasks that are assigned to do outside of group to help with the mastery of the skills and to increase the likelihood of group members applying the skills outside of the group. There's a time for positive feedback where you'll encourage each group member to provide positive feedback to another group member. Then the fun part for the kids, rewards and prize box. General purpose and structure. During the introduction of the group, you'll want to talk about the when, where, and how often the group will meet. Will the group be meeting during a lunch period? Will it be held every week in your office or classroom? And how often will you be meeting? Once a week? You'll discuss how you'll be learning about how to cope with strong emotions. You might want to explain that if you get too angry and do something that causes even more problems, it's really letting the other person win. Group rules. It's important to allow group members to feel that they have ownership of the group by identifying rules that they think everyone should follow. You'll want to help them to put the rules into simple language so that all group members will understand. If you feel like an important rule has been overlooked, you can certainly offer that up to the group for consensus. It's especially important during this time to talk about confidentiality. You want to discuss that whatever's said in group stays in group, and that you as the group leader will respect this rule as well. Now you'll want to explain the reward system. For groups consisting of older kids, you'll use a point system. For example, group members can earn 1 point for arriving on time, following rules, and having positive participation. Group members can earn 2 points for completing weekly challenge tasks. At least 10 group tickets by the end of the group will earn the entire group a pizza party. Individuals can turn in points for prizes during the rewards time at the end of each session. For the younger kids, we'll use a ticket system. There are 2 types of tickets: individual tickets, which are blue, and red group tickets. So the individual tickets are given for following group rules, positive participation, arriving to the group. These can be traded in for prizes at the end of each session. The red group tickets are given if everyone who's able to come to group can. So we're not going to penalize the child who can't come because there is a test during that period. It's more if everyone who's available to come comes. There's no group refusal. And if everyone takes part in all activities, they'll also receive a group red ticket. 10 red tickets by the last session earns the pizza party. Now, to get the kids starting to be comfortable with each other, you'll have them participate in one of 2 group cohesion activities. Option number 1 is the picnic activity. All members of the group, including the group leader, will introduce themselves and say one food that they'd bring to the picnic that begins with the first letter of their first name. For example, James may say he's bringing Jell-O. The other activity is group naming. You can have group members identify possible names for the group and vote on the one that they want. The last concept to be discussed during Session 1 is goal setting. Group leaders will explain that we can use goals to improve something in ourselves, and goals also can be used to get a better idea about what we would like to achieve in the future. This is where the concept of short-term versus long-term goals will be explained. A short-term goal may be, I want to pass my spelling test tomorrow. A long-term goal may be, I would like to get an A in reading this marking period. Students will do handout 1.2 in the student manual, where they will identify one long-term goal and one short-term goal.
first, we gotta have some rules here, because you know what? There's some things going on. Some people are doing a great job paying attention and doing things that we like, but some things maybe we need to work on a little more. So let's talk about, what do you think? What should our rules in this room be when we come meet here? What should we have as some rules? Great, Christopher. Pay attention.
Great.
That's a
Great one.
fantastic rule. All right, go ahead. Don't use inappropriate language. Excellent as well. What do you think? Are there any other rules that we should have? Anyone else? What do you think paying attention looks like? Let's start there, actually. Christopher, you said it. What do you think? What is that?
Facing the person who's talking to you.
Facing the person talking to you, just like you're doing right now, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Excellent job. So you're facing the person who's talking to you. What else are you doing? Are you talking as well while they're talking? No. It's hard to pay attention if you're not talking. If you're talking when that person's talking, isn't it? Raise your hand before you talk. Got that one? That's a great rule. Keisha, do you have something? Oh, I thought you were raising your hand. Sorry.
We have to pay attention. I don't know what I'm saying.
I like that you're thinking so hard.
I forgot.
That's okay. I like to hear. Ooh, Miguel.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Look at that.
Great idea.
Excellent. So you know what? You were listening even though you weren't looking over here. I'd like if you were looking over here, but I can tell you were listening. You're participating. That's awesome.